Welcome to Park County, Colorado, and a continuing saga of the MAGA Board of County Commissioners. Ahem.
Um, 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 um.
That's my difficulty. My difficulty is my service and leadership in the military during our Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Well, that was fun. But let's look at what happened on Labor Day in Bailey. It was the Patriots versus MAGA.
The Sheriff's Office says a driver in a full-size pickup intentionally tried to hit a group of protesters yesterday. The group was gathered on the shoulder of Highway 285 in Bailey. The Sheriff's Office says 49-year-old Hawk Nosaka drove off the highway toward the crowd. The protesters were able to jump out of the way and no injuries were reported. Nosaka was booked on several charges, including attempted vehicular assault.
Then, 2 days later, came the commissioners' meeting of September 3rd.
I can hear in my ear. That's good. Check 1, 2. I can hear in my ear. I can hear it in my ear. Check 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Are we live? Can you hear us out there?
Testing.
Hear you in the ear, so that must mean we're okay. I can hear in my ear. I can hear in my ear.
What other orifice can you hear with?
Last thing that came across my ears.
Came across his ears?
There was an incident in Bailey last weekend. I've discussed with the commissioners individually. There was an incident at a protest. If there was any comment to the public in regards to that, it's up to the commissioner's prerogative.
I use this story a lot because, Joe Walsh is one of my favorite musicians in the Eagles, and he had a great album. He said, "I'm an analog man in a digital world," and that's my theme song. Yeah, well, I'll kick this off because I was listening. I normally listen to KOA in the morning. That's my clock. Okay, I'm old, so that's my clock. So I'm listening to the KOA, and I heard this article in the news about what occurred over by Rosalie Road, supposedly the weekend or sometime, where there was a group expressing their opinions, and someone came by and got a little close to them. And after that, I don't know. They arrested the gentleman. There's some law enforcement activity, and other than that, Commissioner Mitchell, you may know more than I do.
I do not, because I don't do Facebook. I don't need that input. It's not good for my health or my mental health. And I don't know anything about it.
New tonight, the Park County Sheriff's Office says a driver tried to hit protesters with his car on Labor Day. The Sheriff's Office says Hawk Nosaka drove off U.S. Highway 285 in Bailey towards a crowd gathering on the shoulder. Investigators say the crowd was able to move out of the way in time and no injuries were reported. Deputies tracked down the 49-year-old within minutes. Park County Sheriff's Office announced Nosaka faces a number of charges, including criminal attempt, reckless endangerment, and reckless driving.
Except that, it's unfortunate that people behave badly, and it's a common occurrence, and I don't think we can expect as a board of county commissioners to respond to every bad behaving incident that happens in the county. But we do support people's right to exercise their First Amendment freedom of speech, as long as they do it peacefully and do not get in anybody else's way or cause any trouble. So it's just an unfortunate thing. And if there has been law enforcement activity, that individual is probably regretting any action that was taken on that day. And that's about all I've got to say.
I don't have much to say about it, as I've learned recently on what happened there as of just a few hours ago, and I don't try to involve myself too much on social media stuff and what's going on there, nor do I trust everything that's on social media or not. Irregardless,
huh?
Anytime you attempt to harm anybody's life, that is not the right direction to go. That being said, this will all come out in, I'm sure, legal.
It'll be resolved. Okay, thanks for that.
Later on September 3rd, this was some of the public comment on the Patriots versus MAGA incident on Labor Day.
Rob Green, I will ask you to unmute.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Welcome, Rob. Yes, we can hear you. You have 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, thanks. I hope you had a good Labor Day holiday. I did not. So that you know the facts, on Labor Day, here in Bailey, a blue pickup truck drove 6 feet into the crowd, Dave, not a brush by, Dave. He drove head on 6 feet into the crowd of 35 people who were conducting a peaceful protest. By sheer luck, no one was killed. A woman who was recently released from the hospital on oxygen, sitting in a chair, got sprayed with gravel as the truck passed her. This is an intentional act of violence against citizens exercising their constitutional rights. The sheriff's department did its job and arrested the driver. But this board, you guys, the BOCC, plans to do nothing. Your silence is appalling. You have not asked any questions. You have not shown concern. Why? Because these citizens were not your voters. If so, you are failing in your duty. You represent all of Park County, not just your supporters. The driver of the truck is an admitted MAGA follower. So are you. That makes your words matter even more. Your silence permits violence, and silence is precisely what we're getting. I'm calling on this board to issue a public statement condemning violence at peaceful protests. Not later, not with excuses, but now. Your supporters need to hear from you directly that violence is never acceptable in Park County. Next time, we may not be so darn lucky. Do your job, speak out, condemn it, and protect all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I just wanted to respond to Rob Green. I don't think you owe anyone a public statement. 3 years ago, I was attacked on the side of the highway because I was standing there with my political sign. It was a very liberal woman. The police were called. She physically threw me into the dirt and was hitting me. She was not arrested. And I didn't expect anyone to put out a public statement condemning her actions because I was a MAGA person and she was a liberal. So I just think it's ridiculous to try to force anyone else to make any comments on one individual's actions. Thank you.
So there you have it. Another edition in the long saga of Park County, Colorado, and its MAGA-centric Board of County Commissioners. Should they tell their fellow traveler MAGAites to behave? Well, telling MAGA to behave is like telling them to enjoy their walk in the park, right?
1349 hours, declaring it a riot.